All right, hey everyone, welcome to new stream. And today we will be again doing problem solving session in which we will be solving data structure and algorithm based problems. So before we begin, just quickly confirm if you can see the screen and hear me properly. And I will be pasting the problem links that we will solve over here. So make sure you join the Discord. So can you hear me? Just confirm me once in the chat section. All right. So let's start with the problem that we were trying to solve. I had to end the last stream, but again, let's continue from where we left off. So we are going to solve regular expression problems, and this is about string matching, in which you are given two strings. One is a string, the other is a pattern, and we have to tell whether it matches that string or not. So this is the problem that we are going to solve. And before we begin, let's hear the message from our sponsors. Today's video is being sponsored by 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗣, which has a great collection of well-written crafted courses for software developers. I especially like 𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗣 because they allow you to pay once and get access to all of their courses for free. So you just pay a monthly subscription kind of thing. So they have a lot of learning guides. You can see and browse the website like Python, machine learning, C++, DevOps, TypeScript, system design, and lot not. So you can check out the link in description to enjoy a discount. They already have 40% on India, but you get additional 10% discount if you use the coupon 𝗜𝗏𝗧𝗦. All right. So let me zoom in on the screen and we can start solving this problem. Damn it. Okay. So just to continue, A star, this is a true, because A star means this means 0 or more times, which means that A can come 2 times and this matches the string. So that's why it's true. Similarly, AB dot star, I checked the problem. Initially, I was thinking it should be false, but it should be true because dot star means you can use dot as many times. So you make it a dot dot, and then this dot can become A and this dot can become B. So this becomes like this can match anything. So dot star can match anything. Then C star, A star, B. So star means you can think that C is coming 0 times. So that's why this gets deleted. And then A star B, A is coming 2 times and this becomes true. So this is what we will be implementing now. So to make it a bit easier, what I am thinking is let's start with the first character of S and first character of P. And let's like think of all the possible scenarios. And accordingly, if it matches, we will progress the indices in both the strings by 1. Otherwise, if it's not matching and the next character in P is a star, probably we can try with replicating and all those things. So I'm thinking of breaking this through step by step so that it's easy for us to make progress. So basically every time I am having some index at S, which is my current index, and there is some index at P in the pattern. And now I want to check that whether I can match the suffix of string with my current pattern. So what I mean to say is I'm thinking of something like a recursive solution, and I can say return go, like I'm not, let's use some better names actually. Return suffix match. So I'm matching the suffix. This is a recursive 0,0. So I'm starting with the first character at both the string and the pattern. And suffix max is nothing but you can say a recursive solution. So this is going to be a lambda capturing all the strings by reference. And it's going to take first parameter as probably I, J. And then it's going to return a bool. Okay. So now what I'm trying to say is in the string S, so it can be something like this. right? So right now we are at this index. We are over here. And now we are checking that this, we have to match this suffix of the string. Similarly, you are at some different index at P, which is the pattern. So let's say P is something like this again. And over P, you are here, right? So I'm trying to see if this pattern, this suffix of the pattern can match this suffix of the string. And if this function does what it claims to do, then I can simply say that the answer to original problem is suffix match 0, 0. So the whole pattern should match the whole string. All right. So I hope the recurrence is making sense. Now, how to implement this is another thing, but the recurrence is good. Damn it, there's a power cut, but no worries. All right. There's no delay or some Wi-Fi issue, I hope. All right. So let's see how to proceed. I think we can say that we need to compare SI and P of J. And then there can be a lot of scenarios. So there should be some base cases also. Let's worry about that a bit later. Let's zoom in on the screen as well. Okay. I hope this is much better now. So how do I make the comparisons and make progress? Okay, so let's start with something basic. Let's handle the base cases a bit later. That's in to do. Now, what is the main crux? I would say that if S of I is P of J, just a sec, guys. I'll be back in a minute. I think there's some power issue, but no, that's fine. All right, I think I'm here. So if S of I is P of J, what can I do? I think this is the best case, and we can say suffix match of I plus 1 and J plus 1. So if the first characters are matching, let's see if the remaining is matching or not. If the first characters are not matching, then I think you are in a position in which you want P of J to be dot, otherwise things would be difficult. So if P of J is basically dot, then you can do something. Otherwise, if it's not the case, or let's actually do it this way. So you are here, it means the characters are not matching, and P of J is also not a dot. So now you cannot do anything. So return false. And now over here, I'm in a situation in which both these conditions were false. So it means that the characters are not matching. However, the pattern I'm at, it's having a dot. So it means that P of J, which is a dot, now this will become nothing but S of I, right? So if S of I was, let's say, D, so I need to replace this dot with a D. However, if there is a star, then things would be a bit challenging. So actually we should handle that case separately, I believe. So let's actually do that. So this is kind of like a very implementation heavy based problem, I think. But let's see what we can do. Let me remove this. It's just making things a bit hard. Okay. So how should I, like there are a lot of cases, right? Okay, I think let's handle the case where if P of J plus 1 is a star, right? Let's handle this case first. Okay, so if the next character in my pattern is star, so it means the current character can come 0 or more times. P of J repeats k times, right? And now let's see what we can do. Okay, so while true, you want to say that if suffix match, so basically if I am taking the current character, I'm just ignoring it, so k is 0, it means that I'm matching the current, so I stays at same, and this becomes j plus 2, right? Because the dot and star are wasted. So I come to the next pattern character, which is j plus 2. And if this matches, I can say return true. If it does not, then I can say that, okay, let's try to use the current character more times. So it means that I need to do k plus plus. However, I also need to check if s of I plus k, s of I plus k, it should match s of I, right? So if I'm using, I'm basically saying that if it's a star and a is coming 3 times. So if I'm doing a check for that, it should actually be the case that a is coming 3 times in the prefix of the string. So that's what I'm trying to do. Is it correct? However, let me check that. If it's not equal to this, then I think we should break. So over here, I think it should be I plus k. I think so. Let me check one more time. So k is 0 and suffix match I with j plus 2. That's good. The next time I'm trying to say that, okay, let's use k. Okay, so this should be above this. Yeah, now it's good. So now I'm trying to use k one time, for which I check that, okay, is si, and then I would try to use yeah, okay. One thing to note over here is this yeah, let me write that as well. So basically this should not be si, this should be some other char. Let's call it repeating char, right? And that can be decided over here. Char repeating char is basically p of j. However, if p of j is a dot, then repeating char is s of I. So this repeating char, it's going to repeat k times. K is essentially 0, and then we are trying to see k 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And if we know that those many matches do not exist in the string, then do a break. Otherwise, just continue. And if if using the repeating char, let's say 7 times, and there is a suffix match possibility which is coming, then we should return true. Otherwise, if we are here, nothing happened, I think return false, because you tried all the possible scenarios, all the possible k values, and still you were not able to find a suffix match, which means things are not good. So return false. Okay, so this is one case that we should handle. However, is the sequencing correct? I am not sure. Should this come upwards? I think so. This should come at the top. And if now I am here, I know that the next character is not a star, which means that now I can do the normal stuff that I want to do. So the next character is not a star, which means the current character needs to be processed. So if it is same, then go to suffix match I plus 1, j plus 1. Otherwise, I think, otherwise, yeah, if it's not a dot, then obviously return false. Otherwise, return suffix match I plus 1. So I think we can say if this is the case, or p of j is a dot, then do this. Otherwise, return false. Now it's a bit easier to understand, I believe. A lot of corner cases, a very nice problem, I would say. Where is the problem link? Let me paste it. I have pasted the problem link. Someone is saying, why are we using lambda function? Just because if I use something over here, then I will need to make S and P accessible. So if I have suffix match function here, string s. So over here, string s and p, either I need to pass it. So basically this is taking 2 arguments right now, right? But how to access s and p? So you need other 2 global variables. So just to avoid all that nonsense, I am having this thing, and I think this is self-containing, so it's better. It's not spoiling the global scope. So that's why I'm using Lambda. I really use it a lot, and I think you all should, because in coding interviews, if you're using Lambdas, you are actually writing cleaner code. All right. So let's quickly understand if you're missing any cases. So if the first thing that we have handled, which is really good thing, is if the next character is a star, then I'm saying that okay, it means the repeating character, which is the current repeating character, it's essentially p of j. However, if it's a dot, then I'm saying that the repeating. Okay, this is not correct. This is not correct, because as we have seen that dot star can also match to a, b, something like this, and it can have anything. So actually we should say that the repeating character is p of j, and then over here we should actually do that thing. So if s of I plus k is not equal, over here, if repeating char is not equal to and so we should only do the comparison if the repeating character is some a, b, c or something. If it's a dot, then this k can come as many times, so it can this k can come any value because it's all valid, right? So now it's correct. I think now we have handled it correctly, so that's a good thing. Otherwise return false, that's also good. If now if the next thing is not a star, then what is your current character and pattern? Is it a dot? Then you're good. If it's not a dot, it should match. Only then I would go to the I plus 1 j plus 1. Otherwise I'm saying return false. We have made a mistake. S of I is not p of j and p of j is not a dot, so you're not matching, and bam, it's done. Yeah, looks good. I think now we have to handle corner cases. So I think if I is s dot size and j is s dot size, return true. So it means that we have finished both and there is no more thing left to match, so everything is good. If I is s dot size, so if the string has finished but the pattern is still left, at that point of time it can be really weird, I believe. Yeah, that's a tricky corner case. So let's say your string was abc and your pattern was abc and then d star. So this is still true because abc was matching, and then d star means d is coming 0 times. So if your string has finished but still pattern is left, it still can lead to true or false. So that's really interesting. Okay, this is really very heavy implementation based problem, I believe. But can we have some easy way to fix this? Or let's do it the reverse way. If j is p dot size, and there should be p here as well. So if j is p dot size, it means that everything is finished, and still if I is not there, so return false. So we don't have any pattern left, but string is still remaining. It means we have made a mistake. If we are over here, it means that the pattern has not finished. Okay, so the pattern has not finished. It might happen that the string is finished though. So in that case, we still need that case. So what do you do here? I think if there is nothing left, so the all pattern should be, if there is anything like E over here or anything, it should be false. So it can only work if you have D star, R star, and so on and so forth, I star, dot star. Only in these, so your entire pattern now should be something like this, only then it will work. And if that is the case, how can I handle this thing? So let's actually do it. So for int k equals j, k is less than p dot size, and then k plus plus. Okay. So now the thing will break if p of k is greater than equal to a, and p of k. So basically, it's an alphabet. So if alpha or is alphabet, if alpha p of k and is alpha man, this is really difficult to implement, I believe. A lot of corner cases. I'm not liking this. Is anyone having any other suggestion to make this a bit cleaner? Anyone, any ideas? This is a real good problem, man. Let me complicate, but let me get something working because I'm really confused like how I can solve this. So essentially this should be something like this. So if your pattern is having anything like p followed by no star, then it's a problem. Even if it's a dot and there is no star, it's a problem. So I guess if it's a dot, yeah. If it's a this thing or p of k is a dot, I think now we got it. So if the current character is an alphabet, or if it's a dot, then we want k plus 1 to be star. So if it's not, then we are like in trouble. So let's say that if k plus 1 is less than p dot size, so if this is greater than equal to k plus 1 size, or p of k plus 1 is not equal to star, then we have to return false. Okay, return false. Otherwise, I think we can say return true. So this was an important case that we had to think. So now if we are here, it means that neither j is finished, neither the string has finished, neither the pattern has finished. However, it might happen that j plus 1 does not exist. So if j plus 1 is less than p dot size, only then do this. Yeah, over here, I guess we should also do if I plus k is greater than s dot size. Even then we can break. Otherwise, we are trying to see the repeating character is not a dot and the si of k it's matching, then it's not matching, then break. Yeah, and now it's looking good. I think it should work. Let me see if it's working or not. So run code. Let's fix the compilation errors first. Okay, is alpha was not declared, obviously. So let me declare that bool is alpha char c or x, return a is less than equal to x and x is less than equal to z. I think everything is smaller case, right? I hope so. Anyways, okay, the auto won't work, so I think we can replace this with function, and it's a bool int comma int. Now it should work. Function was not okay. Hash include bits standard c++ dot h. Let's see if this works now. Okay, return suffix match. Oh, okay, it's a lambda. It should end with a semicolon. I have to comment this out. Yeah, now it should give us runtime error or wrong answer, right? Oh, it seems to work. Let's try to submit this. Man, if it really works, I'm okay. Time limit. Okay, so I think now we can introduce dynamic programming. So we are not getting wrong answer. That's the best thing that has happened. So all this not in vain, guys. It's working. So how to add dynamic programming? I think it's pretty clear. Over here, let's say int n is s dot size, m is p dot size. So vector of bool dp n plus 1 comma vector of bool m plus 1 comma 0. So essentially everything is false. Let's actually use int. That should be easier. And initial value is -1. And then we can say over here, let's do it over here. So now we can say if, or let's do it this way, int and answer is nothing but dp of ij. And if answer is not equal to -1, it means you have calculated this, return answer. So that's what we are going to do. Otherwise, before returning, we should always store the answer, and it's a reference, so it will update automatically. Hopefully now this should be faster. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Run code just to make sure we are not having compilation errors. We have what's that? No matching function for call to. I think this is how we used to do it, right? Okay, there should be int. We are getting runtime errors, so I think let's increase this a little bit. Maybe we are going here and there. Run code. Let's see if this works. Okay, let's try to submit. If it works, I'm really happy. If it does not, I'm really not sure what to do. It's still TLE, man. Infinite loop. Okay, so we did get 90% score, which is good enough. I think 10%, I'm not really sure how to optimize this further. If you have any suggestions in the comments, it would be great. People are discussing their mesh timings. That's good in the chat section. But do you have any tips or any hints? Man, so we have a very working algorithm. I'm happy about that. Not really sure how to solve the remaining 10% thing, man. How can I optimize this? Is it about this thing over here? I can return it. Answer is false. I can do this thing above. Right. I can do this. But I don't think this should help us. I'm not sure. Let's see. Submit. Yeah. Still the score is 90%. Just 10 seconds, man. Should I see the solution, guys? We are using dynamic programming. I'm not really sure what is the issue now. Okay, we are not storing over here, man. Maybe now it will work. Damn it. Still 90%. I'm not really sure right now what to do, but maybe I can move on to some other problem, because this was, I think, implementation based, and I think we did a working solution. The 10% thing may be some edge case. I'm not sure. I'll see some other thing. Show the solution. Okay, so they're using recursion, which is not going to work. So let's see the other approach. Yeah, so this is not going to work. Approach to memoization. So n star m. Man, there is also. Oh, they are also doing the similar thing. They are first checking if p of j plus 1 is star. Otherwise, if this is dot, yeah. It's kind of something similar only. Yeah, so I think they are doing the same thing. This is also j plus 2 thing, right? Man, this is also kind of similar. They are also doing the same thing. So how is the base cases better for them? Not really sure, man. Let me run this. If this is working, then this is weird, because our solution is kind of similar. I'll figure that out maybe a bit later. But let me just see if this works. Okay, so this is working. So maybe we have something missing. I'll check that a bit later, because right now I can't see the issue. And the chat section today is not very helpful, I believe. All right, let's move to the next problem. Should I solve another hard problem, or should I do an easy problem? Because this is again hard. Anyways, let's see what the problem is. You're given two strings, begin and end, and an array of strings, dictionary. Your task is to find the length of the shortest transformation sequence from the begin to end, such that in every transformation you can change exactly one alphabet, and the word formed after each transformation must exist in dictionary. So begin, end are two strings. I want to convert begin to end, and I can change only one alphabet at a time, and the resultant string should be present in this dictionary. Okay. So Goa Pro. So from Goa they want to make Pro, and this is the dictionary. So I guess from Goa it will be Poa, and then Pra, and then Pro. So it should be 3, right? 1, 2, 3. What are they saying? So from Goa, firstly we can, so they made Poa, and then Pra, and then Pro. Oh, okay, so the length, okay. So the length is 4, okay. Got it. All right. Anyone, any ideas? It's a good problem, I believe. Let me paste the link. Also, guys, if you are live, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. Okay, this is the older problem. I don't think we are doing this. Word ladder. Okay, let's do this quickly, guys. So only one alphabet can be changed. So I need some candidates. So once I have some candidates, I'm there, and from there I need the shortest distance. Okay, it's kind of a BFS problem, straightforward. So what I'm thinking is, you can make kind of a graph, so that there is an edge from string X to string Y. It means that X can be converted to string Y by the transformation of just one alphabet. So in order n square time, we can build the graph, and then we can simply start a BFS from Goa, and then whenever we reach Pro, that will give us the shortest transformation distance, because BFS gives the shortest distance. So I need to build the graph first of all. uh, once I have the graph, I guess I can do something like q of string, which is q dot push begin, and then I can say while not q dot empty. I can guess auto cur is q dot top front, q dot front, q dot pop, and then I guess for auto child in cur, I can do something like actually let's make this a pair, so we also have the distance. Oops. Okay, here am I. So where was I? So yeah, so I was making this something like this. Initially I am pushing begin comma 0 because the distance of begin from itself is 0. I can actually put it 1. That should be better, I guess. Yeah, and then we can say if cur is over here, I think we can do something like cur comma distance. So if current is nothing but will this work? I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not really sure if this will work. Like this is the destructuring syntax in C++. So if current is end, return dist. Otherwise, you can say q dot push child with distance, just current distance plus 1. The wisted thing is not handled. Let's do that. Set, actually it's a map of string to bool, wisted. Wisted of begin, wisted of begin is 1, and then we only push if wisted of child is false. So if you have not visited child, you can visit it, and while you are doing that, let me also mark that you have visited. What else? I think now all that is remaining is child. So this is g of cur. This is something that you have to build. So it's a map of string to vector of string, I guess. Vector of set, let's do it set, I guess. Okay, so this is g. The building of the graph is something that we have to do. We have not done it yet, so let's do this. Okay, so for actually in the dictionary, let's add dict dot push underscore, or let's actually make a set string. Am I complicating this? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Let's see. So let's add begin. Let's add end. Now let's build the graph. So for int I is 0, I is less than dict dot size I plus plus. Similar for loop for j starting from I plus 1 j plus plus. So now if valid transformation between dict of I and dict of j, then basically you create your graph, which is something like this. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Valid transformation, what is this? Let's define that. String ampersand x, string ampersand y. So int diff is 0. For int I is 0, I is less than x dot size I plus plus. If x of I, let's do it this way, diff plus equals x of I is not equal to y of I, and then return diff is less than 2. If x dot size is not equal to y dot size, return false. Otherwise it's valid if the difference is 1. So yeah, looks good to me. Let's try to run the code and find the compilation errors. Okay, Q was not declared. Let me declare. All right, let's run the code again. So this is not working. Fine, no problem. Man, this should work, I guess. Why is it not working? Modern CPP 𝗜𝗡𝗪𝗏. I do have this. Am I missing the syntax? Oh, it only works if both are of same type. Damn it. That's really not good. Anyways, sad life. So I was just trying to save some space, make it a bit cleaner, but it doesn't work. Okay, correct answer, wrong answer, wrong answer, wrong answer. Wrong answer. Why? Is it guaranteed that the transformation always exists? What if it does not exist? -1. Okay. That's something that we have not done. Run code again. Oh, now it's working. Submit. Obviously this will work, I guess. Yeah, it worked. All right, I hope this was pretty clear. Is anyone having any doubts? Just let me know. I'm going to show you the whole code over here. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, so the complete source code is over here. Is anyone having any questions? I don't think anyone is having any questions. That's terrific. All right, so that's pretty much about it, guys, for today's stream. If you have any other questions for me, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can call it a day and we can meet tomorrow and we will continue with more problem solving. So we have done regular expression, word ladder is also done. Now the next thing is moderate, easy, easy. Yeah. So probably we can do these 3 problems tomorrow. So anyone, any questions, just let me know. Otherwise we can end and meet tomorrow. All right, let's call it a day. Thanks for joining and happy weekend. Bye bye.